The show was created to inspire our generation to be as imaginative as possible and not take any day for granted. But the show also understands that achieving this is not easy. There will be obstacles in our path. There will be people who do anything they can to take our optimism and creativity away from us. This is the message the episode Phineas and Ferb Get Busted focuses on. In this episode, Candace, after approximately 5 billion attempts, finally busts her brothers. Their mother gets furious, mainly due to the dangerous activities the boys were doing. Phineas and Ferb built a flying car and a massive control tower in the backyard. When the tower collapses and destroys half their house, that becomes the final straw. Their mother Linda apologizes to Candace for never believing her all this time. Their father Lawrence reluctantly agrees that punishment is necessary. The boys are sent to the Smile Away Reformatory School. The parents believe it is a legitimate educational institution. They have no idea what actually happens there. This so-called school is actually the closest thing to prison you can get without calling it prison. The Smile Away Reformatory School exists for one purpose only: to systematically destroy the creativity and imagination of every child sent there. The drill sergeant who runs the place is a sadistic monster. He believes that free-thinking children are dangerous. He considers creativity and imagination to be unacceptable levels of behavior that must be eliminated. The brochure the parents see shows a serene, peaceful environment. The reality is a nightmare. Kids march in straight lines with their heads clamped down by plungers. They get locked in cages. They undergo complete personality reprogramming designed to turn them into mindless, obedient drones. Meanwhile, Candace celebrates her victory like she won an Oscar. She claims this is the happiest day of her life. Pretty sad when you think about it. She runs around enjoying activities with her friends Stacy and Jeremy. She goes dancing, wins trophies, and lives what she thinks is the good life. But then something changes. She slowly realizes the benefit her brothers brought to her life. In her own words, it was as if there was another side to their relationship that she never noticed before. The backyard feels empty without construction equipment. Her days feel boring without their wild inventions. She starts getting emotional about all the memories they shared. Stacy notices Candace missing her brothers and starts singing a heartbreaking song called Little Brothers. The song reflects on all the special moments Candace shared with Phineas and Ferb. The melody is beautiful, but devastatingly sad. Candace tears up as memories flood back. She realizes how much she actually loves her brothers for their genius and creativity, but the emotional moment gets too intense. Candace tells Stacy to stop the song because it is killing her vibe. Stacy gets irritated and basically tells Candace to get over herself. She points out that Candace finally has everything she ever wanted. Then Stacy leaves angry, telling Candace to call when she gets over it. Candace sits alone, hoping television will distract her. Instead, she stumbles onto a news report by Morty Williams about the Smile Away Reformatory School. The broadcast shows the brutal methods used at the school. Phineas and Ferb appear on screen marching sadly with other children. They have devices clamped to their heads. They look miserable and broken. The report explains how free-thinking children undergo complete personality reprogramming. All creativity and imagination gets sucked right out of them. They are forced to think inside the box. Seeing her brothers in that condition hits Candace hard. She immediately realizes she made a terrible mistake. She decides right then that she must break them out. Inside the reformatory school, Phineas and Ferb try to make the best of their situation. They attempt to turn prison into something fun, but every time they get a creative idea, the drill sergeant shuts them down. He says, "Nope, you cannot do that." He rejects every suggestion. He punishes every spark of imagination. The boys try building something simple. Rejected. They suggest an improvement. Rejected. They think of a game. Rejected. The sergeant uses water hoses to spray them down like they are dangerous criminals. He subjects them to brainwashing videos that tell them creativity is wrong. Thinking outside the box is bad. Obedience is good. Conformity is the only acceptable behavior. The drill sergeant eventually breaks the boys completely. Their personalities transform into boring robots. When asked about escaping, Phineas responds in a monotone voice that escaping is wrong and wrong is bad. Their eyes look empty. Their spirits are crushed. The creative spark that defined them is gone. They have become exactly what the sergeant wanted: mindless drones who follow orders without question. This transformation is genuinely disturbing to watch. The show that celebrates imagination and creativity shows us what happens when those qualities get systematically destroyed. It feels like watching something die. Candace and Jeremy take action. They steal the flying car that Phineas and Ferb built. Candace disguises herself as reporter Morty Williams. Jeremy pretends to be her cameraman. They sneak into the reformatory school. Candace finds her brothers and secretly tells them to escape. but Phineas and Ferb barely respond. The brainwashing worked too well. They shuffle toward the car like zombies. Their parents, Linda and Lawrence, also realize their mistake. They decide to retrieve the boys from the school, but when they look for the flying car, they discover Candace already took it. At the flying car, everyone meets up, but the drill sergeant catches them. He orders his guards to capture Candace and Jeremy too. He plans to brainwash them as well. The situation looks hopeless. Then, out of nowhere, Dr. Doofenshmirtz's giant robot spider appears. This happens because of Perry the platypus fighting Doofenshmirtz in their usual subplot. The robot spider kicks the sergeant off a cliff. He falls to his death. The villain is gone, but the damage to Phineas and Ferb remains. Candace desperately tries everything she can to snap her brothers out of their programming. Nothing works. She starts crying, realizing the permanent damage her actions caused. Her tears finally break through. Phineas and Ferb snap out of their brainwashed state. They recognize their sister. Their personalities return. But before anyone can celebrate, the episode gets really weird. Phineas and Ferb start juggling corn dogs. Linda and Lawrence turn into marionette puppets controlled by a giant Baljeet. Then Baljeet becomes a puppet controlled by a talking zebra. Jeremy suddenly proposes marriage to Candace. These bizarre events clue Candace in that something is wrong. This is too strange even for Phineas and Ferb. Then she wakes up. The entire episode was a dream. Candace dreamed the whole thing. But wait, the episode reveals another twist. Candace's dream happened inside Perry the platypus's dream. Perry was having a nightmare about his secret identity being exposed to the Flynn Fletcher family. So the entire reformatory school storyline was a dream within a dream. None of it actually happened. Phineas and Ferb are safe. The drill sergeant does not exist, or does he? The sergeant appears later during a musical number alongside the rest of the cast. This suggests he might be real after all. The show never clarifies whether the Smile Away Reformatory School actually exists. Despite being just a dream, the messages remain powerful and relevant. Society absolutely will try to rob us of our creativity. The world wants to put us in boxes. Schools, jobs, and social pressure all push conformity. Many people surrender to the idea that they must be normal and follow the system. This belief says we have to waste significant portions of our lives contributing to places that drain our positive energy. These environments make us feel stuck and powerless. We end up like Squidward tentacles with zero optimism and only negative thoughts dragging our future down. But here is the truth. What stops us is not the work itself. It is not the people around us or those in charge. What stops us is ourselves. We allow the words of others to define our potential. We let society win. We do not have to believe anything people say. When society tries to kill our vibe or make us feel worthless, we must not start believing that. Instead, we need to believe in ourselves. Whatever dream or goal we want to pursue, we must believe we are already there. We must believe we are already the greatest version of ourselves and act that way. When we do this, the dream we desire will manifest itself. The episode shows the deep bond between Candace and her brothers. Throughout their lives, she tried to bust them. But when she finally succeeds, she realizes how much she needs them. Their creativity brought excitement to her life. Their inventions made every day an adventure. Without them, her life becomes boring and empty. The Little Brothers song captures this perfectly. Sometimes we do not appreciate people until they are gone. We take relationships for granted. We focus on what annoys us instead of what makes them special. Candace learned this lesson in her dream. She realized her brothers were not obstacles to overcome, but blessings to cherish.